Well, Mr. Prime Minister, dear Peter, ministers, ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased to welcome to Paris today the Prime Minister of Hungary, Peter Magyar, and his delegation, including several members of his government. Our first meeting took place in Budapest, on the sidelines of the European Political Community Summit in November 2024, to begin outlining together the prospects that, essentially, we face today. And with you, a new era is dawning in Hungary, but also for Hungary in Europe. Your election has demonstrated the strong commitment of the Hungarian people to the values of the European Union. And I wish to reiterate here my full support for the work you and your government are undertaking, in close collaboration with the European Commission and several other bodies, to ensure full respect for the rule of law and the fundamental values of the Union in Hungary. In this regard, I welcome the agreement in principle announced last week by the European Commission to release a significant portion of the European funds previously frozen under the conditionality mechanism, thanks to the reforms and commitments you have made in record time. I also welcome your decision to join enhanced cooperation on the European Public Prosecutor's Office to fully ensure the protection of the Union's financial interests. These are choices that I firmly believe are in the interest of your country and that of the European Union. We will discuss our shared agenda for a more sovereign Europe, capable of acting for the security and defense of our continent, and which seeks to strengthen its competitiveness while protecting its democracy. These issues will be central to our actions in the coming years, but they will also be crucial for the European Council meeting on June 18th and 19th. Support for Ukraine will, of course, also be at the heart of our discussions, following the recent release of the $90 billion loan to Ukraine and the adoption of the 20th package of sanctions against Russia. And here, too, I want to thank you for your clarity, your spirit of cooperation, and your commitment. We must continue to put pressure on the Russian war machine and combat circumvention and the shadow fleet. And we will also discuss the resumption of the normal process of Ukraine's accession negotiations with the European Union based on the principle of merit. Finally, your visit to Paris today is an opportunity to modernize our bilateral partnership. Together, we want to launch work to conclude a new Franco-Hungarian strategic partnership before the end of the year. And, building on the 1991 Treaty of Understanding and Friendship, this new partnership will be better suited to the challenges we face today, to our agenda of European sovereignty, and also to the new dynamism that Hungary brings to Europe. It will allow us to strengthen our cooperation in strategic areas, including defense, nuclear energy, industry, space, agriculture, the fight against disinformation, and the protection of our democracies. The French economic presence and our investments in Hungary are already significant, but there is ample room for growth, and they require a full return to a framework of rules that foster trust and are entirely aligned with your policies and the commitments you have made. This partnership will also allow us to do more in the areas of educational, academic, and cultural cooperation. I am very proud that you were able to visit the exhibition currently on display at the Élysée Palace, which celebrates great Hungarian painters and European culture. And I am also delighted by the return of Hungarian students to the Erasmus program this coming academic year, which is also wonderful news. So, Mr. Prime Minister, we are very happy to have you in Paris today. Very happy about this new era for your country and for our Europe. Thank you for being here.
Indeed, the Hungarians are feeling the spring breeze, and I'm very happy to know that Europe is feeling it too. It's a great honor for me to be here. I came to visit our Polish friends for historical reasons. I went to Austria for discussions. Then I spoke with the German Chancellor. And now we are here with you and we are very happy. France is a very important economic partner. There are 45,000 Hungarians working for French companies. And we believe these ties will be strengthened. And wholeheartedly, I agree with this strategic agreement, the renewal of this strategic agreement. And I think it should be expanded to include provisions in the economic, cultural, and diplomatic spheres, as well as with the European Union. And we hope to sign this before October 23rd because this year we will be commemorating the 70th anniversary of this revolution. This is an unforgettable event that we would like to celebrate properly on October 23rd. And so, I would like to invite you to this occasion. It will be an excellent opportunity to sign the strategic agreement. Mr. President, you have listed areas such as nuclear energy, energy security, agriculture, EU policies, this year's budget, and we have many common interests. And we are ready to continue, for example, with France. You have probably heard that we want to strengthen the V4, Visegrad cooperation, between Hungary, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Poland. This was very important 15 years ago, and we want to foster a new dynamic within this cooperation. Perhaps we could also include France and Germany occasionally to work together, organize joint government meetings, and set objectives we could then work towards together. I believe that in this international situation, we need much closer cooperation, and we will be delighted to work with you, to be at the table with you. We will be constructive partners. We will naturally strengthen the values of the rule of law. We will naturally do everything we can against corruption. And this was one of the conditions for releasing the more than 16 billion euros that were released in this way, because we believe there will be even more French investors if the level of corruption could be lower. And so we will work with the European Public Prosecutor's Office on the conditions for working to eliminate corruption, and we eagerly await the arrival of French investors. But naturally, as the President told you, there is cultural cooperation between us. And we were very pleased to visit the Caro Ferenzi exhibition at the Petit Palais, which was a cultural event for us. It was still in Paris. There were many artists who regularly came here. And I'm very pleased that even the Élysée Palace houses Hungarian masterpieces. And since you're particularly interested in culture and classical music, I hope we can strengthen our ties in this area as well. We are happy here. We are pleased to be here. And you can count on us as Hungarian partners. And the European community can count on us as well.